here I am, my look. I want you to see how I look right now because I am going to attempt this eye look, okay? So using our new Mary Kay waterproof eyeliners and our new waterproof lip liners, okay? So I'm going to attempt this look, but the first thing that I have to do is I have to put on my eye primer. This is the eye primer. Hopefully you can see it in the camera if it focused. And I'm gonna use the back of my, you only need like a dime size. Well, really not even a dime size. I'm gonna use this primer. And I don't know how everybody like to put their primer on, but I like to use my fingers to put my primer on, put on my eye primer. So I'll do the other one, the other finger. You wanna make sure you prime your eye. And you know, normally I usually use a concealer to prime, but I said, you know what? Let me go ahead, try this with the eye primer. And if you don't know what the purpose of using the primer, why you should use a primer, well, an eye primer will help the eyeshadow stay on longer and also reduce the creasing here under the eye area. So what I like to do is I make sure that the eye area is completely dry before I begin to put the product on. So the first color that I'm going to use in this palette with my all over brush, okay, I am going to use Biscotto is the color, and the Biscotto is right, if you can see my palette here, it's going to be right in here. If I'm right here, this is Biscotto. So it's going to be a light color. So I'll take the Biscotto. Now I just use about this much on my brush, and I like to just shake it so no extra, you know, shadow comes, like fall on my face, right? And as you notice, I've already did my eyes because my eyes is always a challenge for me. And so what I do, if I'm putting it on the base, I am, if you notice, I'm dabbing in, not dabbing, but I'm patting the brush. I'm not like whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm doing like this. I think it's better to just put a little bit more on here. Ooh. Look like it mixed with the brown. I don't want that. So I really want it to show in this area here on the base. I want that base to really, really show. So I'm really putting it on heavy here. And I am patting it like this. I'm not swapping it down in on my lid. So now let's get the other one on the other side. A little more. And the thing that I love about Mary Kay's eyeshadows, these eyeshadows, is that it's not falling. The, what is the word that I want to say? Man, I can't even think of it right now. I'm telling you, sometimes when you know you have something that's on the top of your tongue, and then I just kind of like forgot it, okay? You know what that's called, right? It's called senior citizen. It's called senior citizen. Okay, so I'm brushing this in on the lid area, making sure it's really in here really good. Eye area on the other side. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my crease brush. If y'all notice, y'all see sweat on the top. This girl gets hot at the blink of an eye. I am going to take, the next color is going to be mahogany. This is mahogany. Hopefully you could see it on my palette, this color, mahogany. I am going to take that color and I'm going to put that color in my crease. And your crease, I want it to go right into this area right here on the bone, right there. I want it right there. So I'm just taking that crease brush and going right into that area right here. All right, let's do the other side. Same thing. I want it to be right there on that bone area, right? So then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my blending brush I'll be right back. Y'all gotta wipe this sweat off. I'm like, all of a sudden I just got hot. I'm back. I tell my kids, I get hot. I tell them, especially the young ladies, all I could say is keep living, okay? As my grandmother told me back in the day, keep living, you know, just keep living. I didn't know what these things were, but they have been hitting me up, and they've been hitting a sister up pretty bad. And I just bear with them. I'm not gonna take any pills or anything like that. I just deal with it. And mind you, I have the air on in the house. I have the air conditioning on. It's crazy. So what I do is I like to take the blending brush here and just blend it up into this area up here so it could look all the way blended in. Okay. All right, you guys, I think I want to do like another layer here under this eye area, because the key is you want the white part of it to pop. So I'm just putting a little bit right in here, right there where this crease is, in the crease area. And then when you're older, you see as I'm doing this, you get that wrinkle under that eye area. So I'm easily just putting it right there in that crease because I want it. Alrighty. Now that's in the crease. Make it just a little bit darker right there on my bone here, my brow bone. So I really want it to pop. All right. And you can't be afraid of the color. You just have to go with it. You know what I mean? The key to eyeshadow for me is to make sure, you're blending the product. So I'm gonna take this other brush that I have here. I like to take this and I'm gonna blend it upwards to make sure that's blended. If you notice, I'm going upward mode because I want that product to go up. I don't want to change what's going on down on this side here. So I really like the way it's going here. So I'm just pushing that product up into this area, okay? Now, the next thing that I will do is I'm going to take the, let's see, waterproof eyeliner. I'm going to use the black. This is the new black eyeliner. So I am taking this top on the back, maybe go this way. Nope. But anyway, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna make an angle, and I'll show you guys how I clean that up so it could be, so the line can look more defined. So take it and you take that liner and I'm gonna go all the way across. Now what I like to do is I take this smudge brush and I like to take the product and just kind of smooth it in here. You see how it kind of smooths it out? Smooth it out, and that takes it's Q-tip, and I do this. That's if you want that little point that I did there, and I think I went too far up on there, but I take some of this eye makeup remover and kind of clean up what I want to clean up. See that right there? So I just take it and work it how I want it to go. So clean that up and make sure I get it under my lid here, and then I'm gonna go over to the other side. I did the other side just for the sake of time, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back, I'm going to put my eyelashes on, and then I'll show you the foundation that I'm gonna use to put on. I'll come back and I'll have these lashes on, and you guys tell me what you think of this look. Actually, you guys, I really wanted to show you how I did my lashes. So basically, I bought this eye glue that is supposed to help for those who have allergies. So I bought this lash contour. It's called Superflex Strip Lash Adhesive Clear, and it is formaldehyde free, dermatologist tested. So it's kind of different a little bit. So I said, hey, let me try it. It's not gonna hurt for me to try this for my my lashes, because I don't have lashes. They are getting thinner and thinner. So I put like a little, this Fanorama mascara on. I like to put something on the lash, on my lash, just so the false lash will have something to hold on to, a little bit of something, I'll say it that way. Hey, a little bit of something to hold on. So be right back. So you guys, I went in with another darker color because it just wasn't dark enough for me. So I wanted this part in my crease to be a lot darker. So I went back in and I put the color that I'm using is Marlowe, just to give it a little bit of a darker, it gives, so you can, I wanted that white part to really, really, really show. So I think this really brings out that color, you know what I mean? So, and then all I'm gonna do, again, I was putting on my lashes and I was like, wait a minute, I don't like the way that looks. So then I'm just gonna blend it with my blending brush, whatever I did with it. I don't know what I did with the blender. Oh, here it is. Just kind of bring it out just a tidbit and just blend it in there all together. And I think it came out a lot better once I put that in there, made it a lot darker. So, okay. Now I'm gonna put on my lashes. All right, everybody. So if my camera lighting changed, I am so sorry. I'm telling you, the challenges that I have. All right, I'm not gonna talk about that. Let me go ahead and put my concealer on. All right, so I'm gonna put some concealer here. And you see where I have these, I like to put my concealer where imperfections are on my skin. So I have these age spots that I really work on covering. I'm going to take my, actually, I'm gonna take this, I bought this brush. It is a Hollywood Complexion by Charlotte Tilbury. This brush was expensive, I'll tell y'all. But have to fix that right there and over here. All right, under the eye. So now I'm gonna get my foundation. All right, you guys, so once I put that concealer on, I take my translucent powder and basically use my little powder puff here because I don't want it to crease right here up under this eye area. So I just put a little translucent powder. I don't let it sit that long. I really don't. I'll just take my powder brush and kind of brush it off a little bit because I want to make sure when I put my foundation on that I don't have any creases up under that eye area. So, all right. The color that I'm going to use today is a bronze 120 because with this weather changing and everything, I like to put it on the back of my hand. So I think that's enough. This, I think this is enough. And it is a matte, okay? So I said I wanted to go just a tidbit darker because, hey, I've gotten darker, shoot. With all the sun light and getting burned by the sun. Even, I mean, I'm getting darker. It's because, you know, I'm not burned by the sun. I need to change that. I'm not being burned by the sun. It's just that during the summer, when you're outside, you're just darker. So, I said, you know what? Let me use a darker foundation on my skin and go from there. And I love using like the sponge, my back of my sponge. I just like the way the foundation goes on when I use the sponge. I just love it. So, and I did clean my sponge, but it was a light color. You have to clean your brushes and your sponges. You don't want to get any bacteria on your skin. So this is a darker color, y'all. So I'm looking orange in this camera, but it's all good. I guess after it sets in, it's really gonna set in really, really good. All up in my hair. Ah! And another thing too is you make sure you get up under here, that neck part. So I said, let me try it, go darker. I don't know. Let's see how this goes. But it looked like I look orange. But it's all good. It is all good. After I put my powder on and everything, I want to see how it comes out, actually. I don't think it's all going to be all that bad. Okay. Now that I have my foundation on and everything, what am I going to do now? Oh, my cheek color. So my cheek color is going to be hot pink. A hint of pink. I'm sorry, I said hot pink. No, a hint of pink. So I'm gonna go with the hint of pink, and I'm gonna put it right here, going in this motion. Can y'all tell? Always make sure your cheek color is blended, blend. So put oil. Okay, now the lip, well, for me, I want to go with, since I want to try our new lip liner. And the color, I don't know what color I want to go with. I think I'm going to try burgundy. I'm going to try burgundy. This is the new waterproof lip liner. I had to think about it. Get excited to think about it. Okay, so you can actually wear this as a lipstick if you wanted to. Look at that. But it's just it's a pencil, the lip pencil. And it goes on so smooth, you guys. Like, okay, this is the berry pencil. And my lipstick, I'm going to put like lipstick on the inner part. The color that I'm going for is the Love Me Pink. And I'm gonna put it in the, right in here. I'm sweating again. I am sweating again, y'all. Get excited. The next thing I'm gonna do is put on my silking powder to give me that finishing look. So what I do with my brush, I like to take the back of my brush, press in this side like that, sprinkle some off, and then I pat it in. Go to the other side, brush it, pat it in. My forehead, my brows, my chin, up under my neck. Then I take my brush and just kind of like brush it all over in the neck, everywhere. Okay. Now I am going to take my spray. And I had another one. Here we go. I'm going to take the spray and I am going to go overboard. But it feels so good and it just sets your foundation really good. And I just take something and just fan my face, make sure that it sets in there. Or you can take your sponge and just kind of go in it like this. And my makeup look, you guys, will last all day long, all day. I am not kidding you. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead, hit that like button and comment. I will see you next time.